Bring you the biggest stories from Israel and the Middle East in just 5 minutes. Today is day 612 of the war. Let's get into it. The so-called Freedom Flotilla, with 12 activists on it setting sail to Gaza, is now on their way to the Ashdod port after Israeli forces took control of it in the water. They will then be deported. The group, including controversial climate activist Greta Thunberg, started their journey from Sicily and now was met by Israeli forces overnight in the sea. They were given food and water, and they were then detained after the group says they were setting sail to break Israel's blockade on Gaza. Defense Minister Israel Katz said the strict blockade is designed to prevent weapons from getting to the hands of Hamas. The group was given a final opportunity to change course before it boarded, but the Foreign Ministry and the Navy said that the group refused. The group was attempting to bring a small amount of aid into the Gaza Strip, and the crew went as far as saying they were, quote, kidnapped by Israeli forces, all while 55 hostages remain in Hamas captivity and Palestinians continue to suffer at the hands of the terror group. The activists on the ship have not condemned the massacres that took place on October 7th, which was the catalyst to this war. And the IDF has confirmed the death of Hamas leader Mohammed Sinwar and released a video of his body being extracted from his destroyed command center underneath the European hospital in Khan Yunis. It's day 612 of the war, like we said, and the IDF says Hamas is now on the brink of defeat. A video released by the forces show his body alongside that of Rafah Brigade Commander Mohammed Shabana. The bodies were taken from the tunnel under the hospital that had been used as Hamas by a command center. Following an ID process, it's now confirmed that it was Sinwar killed in that IDF strike on May 12th. And also in the tunnel, the IDF located several items belonging to Sinwar, including his ID cards and weapons. The army says that military operations are making progress towards the ultimate defeat of Hamas. And the U.S.-backed aid group GHF is back on the ground in Gaza, reopening food distribution sites just days after Hamas threatens a temporary shutdown. The GHF resumed food distribution across Gaza this week after it had suspended operations due to what it called direct threats from Hamas. According to the GHF, the threats targeted its staff, including a message warning them they were, quote, being monitored and would face, quote, serious consequences if they continued distributing aid and, quote, under the guise of humanitarian work. Now, despite the danger, GHF says it's determined to continue feeding Gazan civilians every day. And on Sunday, the group distributed 17,000 food boxes at 3 sites in Rafah and central Gaza and delivered 11 trucks of aid to community leaders in northern Gaza. These deliveries are part of a new pilot program to bypass Hamas. A spokesperson for GHF said the trucks are now being delivered directly to the people into population hubs, minimizing any threats to civilians as well. And amid nuclear talks with the U.S. and heightened tensions with Israel, the Islamic Republic of Iran is threatening to release a so-called treasure trove of secret Israeli documents that it claims they've obtained. The intelligence minister of the Islamic Republic of Iran announced that on Sunday that sensitive Israeli documents obtained by Tehran would be unveiled soon, describing the documents as a treasure trove. The documents were related to Israel's nuclear program, its defensive capabilities, and its relations with the U.S., Europe, and other countries. The intelligence minister said the full transfer of the documents to Tehran had been completed and said the methods of transfer would remain confidential and protected. The report comes out amid Tehran's ongoing conversations for a nuclear deal with the U.S. And many hundreds of Jews and non-Jews turned out for a hostage rally in Boulder, Colorado, the week after a firebomb attack injured 15 marchers. The event was held as part of a Jewish cultural festival reimagined this year to highlight the stories of Israeli hostages. Egyptian-born Mohammed Sinwar is facing hate crime charges after throwing Molotov cocktails at the group, injuring a Holocaust survivor. There was a heavy police presence there, and the family members of some hostages also flew in to support the movement. That's a wrap on ILTV on the Hour, live from Israel and the Middle East. Thanks so much for joining us.